and welcome back to Sacred North Yoga. Today I have a practice for tired, achy legs. It's going to be perfect for if you've had a long day, standing maybe at work, or if you've had a busy day working out. Anytime that your legs feel like they need a little bit of self-care and a little bit of rejuvenation. For today's practice you will need a chair. It can be a yoga chair, or it can be just a regular chair, dining room chair. It can even be your couch. So let's get started. This is the yoga chair that I'm going to be using for today's practice. It has an open back. You can, if you have a chair like this, then that's fabulous. If not, you can use a regular chair with a filled-in back, but turn it that way so that your legs can rest on here. If you're using your couch, that's fine. You can just prop your legs up on the couch and the practice will be suitable for that too. I've also got two blankets. These are optional. I'll be using one for my head and the other one I might be using sort of just on the top of the chair to make it feel a little bit more comfortable. This practice is all about a quick, easy way to make your legs feel better. This practice is also great for restless legs as well, which some people experience at night time. If you're enjoying the content that I'm providing here on Sacred North Yoga, go ahead and subscribe. It would be lovely to see you here more often. Also, give it a like, thumbs up, and also comment. Let me know how the practices are going for you. Okay, let's get on to the practice today. So we're going to begin our practice with our legs elevated on whichever chair we have got. And I've put a little bit of padding onto mine in sort of a mini Shavasana, and this is going to give us time to lie down and elevate the legs, which is going to help the legs feel better, and also it's just going to give us a minute to wind down from our busy day, which has indeed caused the tired legs or the heaviness in our legs. So I've set myself up a blanket here for my head and neck. That's optional. And of course I've put the blanket on the chair. So come on to sit on the mat, or this can be done against your couch, as I said before. And pop the legs up, the calves onto whichever chair you're using, like so. From here, recline the torso back and bring in the head support if you have it. If you don't, you can just lie back onto your floor, carpet, whatever you have. Now from here, we're going to just slightly lift the buttocks and elongate the lower back, like so. And that will allow our spine to settle gently onto the floor. And now bring your attention to the calves, which are resting onto the support that you have. Hands can be on just gently on the abdomen here. You can close your eyes if that feels good. If you want to, you can just lift your head and just elongate a little bit there through the neck and start to let go. Focus on the legs and how the support is enabling you to really let them sort of be heavy and loose. And feel the weight that has accumulated throughout the day from your standing start to dissipate into your support. Let the feet be soft, ankles soft, knees, hips, just let it all go. You can release any tension in the face. Release any tension in the shoulders and just take a few more steady breaths here. Just allow anything from the day to release down into the support, into the earth. Just let it all go. You can Gently open the eyes. And we'll move into the rest of our practice. Now, as we finished our mini Shavasana, we're going to think about our feet and ankles first. So, raising the right leg, leave the left one gently resting on the support, and just begin to circle into the ankles. Go one way, and then the other. Now open and broaden the soles of the feet, open the toes, and then release and point. Let's do the same again. Broaden the soles of the feet, and then point, and then release the leg back to the chair. And we'll do that on the other side. Bring the leg, circle the ankle, one way, and then the other way, and then open the soles of the feet, really extend and bring width through those toes, and then point. Let's do the same again, and then point, and then release the leg back down. Just bringing a little bit of alertness to the feet there after a tiring day. Now interlacing the fingers, bringing the right knee to the chest, and just bring that leg in. You can extend it up towards the armpit if that feels good for you, and then release. And we'll do exactly the same on the other side. Just a nice stretch into the chest or up towards the armpit there. Releasing into the hips, and then release. Now bring both legs in. You can rest the feet onto the chair here. And just take a few deep breaths into the hip area, low back, and feel all the tension of the day from standing or working out or just a busy day generally. Feel that all release through as the lower back releases, the hips release. And then extend the feet back onto your chair. We're going to move in now to a variation of Supta Padangusthasana, and we're going to again start with the right leg. Now I can hold onto the legs of my chair here, and you may be able to too. If you're at a couch, don't worry, you can place your arms beside here, or even sort of onto your abdomen, whatever feels good. So we're going to just bring the buttocks in towards the chair a little bit more than we have before. And we're just going to raise the right leg, leaving the left leg where it is, and lift. You can even interlace the fingers around the calf, back of the thigh, and just stretch up into the heel. See if you can make the back of the leg feel longer than the front of the leg. Keeping the hip down onto the mat, and then release. And we're going to do the other side, same. Extend the leg, interlace behind the thigh or the calf, whichever feels good to you. And then lift and extend out through the heel as if the back of the leg were longer than the front. All the time, keep the length in the spine. Keep the hip down, and then release. Now from here, we're going to move into the hips a little bit. So extend the right leg again, and then turn from the hip joint and place the foot onto the thigh of the left foot. Now place it wherever feels good to you. So it may be closer to the knee, it may be closer to the hip, whatever feels good for you. And then you can take your hand and gently rotate the thigh a little bit of that right leg, really getting into the hip joint there. And breathe into that shape. the leg that's supported on the chair can just be soft. Let that rest. And then return the leg to the chair. Let's do that on the other side. So lift, place, you can use your hand here, and then with your hand here, rotate the hip. You can even bring it in a little bit more and breathe. Breathe into that hip joint. Let the right leg be soft on the chair as you do this. And then release, place the leg back down onto the chair. Now we've warmed up those hip joints a little bit, we're going to move a little bit further in that area. So with the right leg, bring the knee in towards the armpit as we did earlier. We prepared for this. And then take the right hand and bring the knee in towards the armpit any amount. This is happy baby pose. And we're just doing one leg at a time here. And the hand is holding just on the sole of the foot. Breathe into that hip joint again. And then replace. We'll do the same on the other side. Bend the left foot. Take hold of the sole of the foot. Right leg remains on the chair. Bring the knee in towards the chest, towards the armpit area here. And just breathe into that hip joint there with this sort of half happy baby pose. It really feels good on the hips. Getting a little bit of mobility in there when the legs feel so tired from standing so much. And then replace. And now we're going to move into Urdhva Prasrita Padasana. So again, if you are at the couch, you can bring your buttocks right into the base of the couch here. Or if you have a chair, you can hold it like I'm doing. Just elongate the neck again a little bit onto the support or the floor. And then raise the legs. Just bring your support in if you have a chair like mine. You can hold here as I'm doing on the seat, or you can hold the legs, whichever feels good to you. And just bring the legs up into Urdhva Prasrita Padasana. Allow any tension in the legs to drain down, down, down through to the low back and into the earth. Then release the legs back onto the chair. And we're going to move into a variation now of Viparita Karani. So I'm going to swing my legs down off the chair to prepare for this. And with Viparita Karani, it's nice to elevate the hips a little bit. So I'm going to use the blanket I had on the chair. I'm just going to fold it into this sort of shape. Again, if you don't have it, it's fine, or you can use a rolled towel. And I'm just going to put it at the base of my chair here. Again, if you were using a couch, you could do that. Viparita Karani, legs up the wall, obviously usually done with a wall. Today we're using a chair, so we're going to do a variation of that. So to come in, just sit onto the little platform you've made, if you have that, and swing the hips onto there and the legs onto the chair. And now I'm just raised a little bit here in more of a variation of Viparita Karani. And I'm just going to leave my legs resting onto the chair. For my hands and arms, I can leave them on my abdomen because that actually feels really good. If you wanted, you can extend them out to the side, like so. And then let the legs go. Let them relax. And as we did at the beginning of the practice in that little mini elevated leg shavasana, we're allowing all the tension in the legs to drain down through to the hip
into the lower back, and then all the tension is just dissipating and moving into the earth. And that's exactly what we're doing here in this variation of Viparita Karani. You can close your eyes if that feels good. You can use an eye bag if you have one to cover your eyes. Whatever feels good to you, to just let any tension in the legs drain away now in this Viparita Karani. Just ensure that your chest is nice and open and that the tips of your shoulder blades are just moving in towards the body just a little bit. Keep that nice openness in the chest. And you can even take some slightly longer exhalations here. So inhale, and then on the exhalation, just let that be a little bit longer than the inhalation. And that starts telling your body that you can totally relax. Any heaviness or tension in the legs now completely draining away. And let the entire body release any tension as you enjoy this variation of Viparita Karani. And your legs start to feel refreshed again. Now from here, we can move back to the pose that we began our practice with. So if you just bend the legs a little bit, bring them to the edge of the chair, remove anything, blanket or cushion that you had underneath the hips for Viparita Karani, and you can place it back onto your chair if you'd like, if that feels good to you, wherever feels good. I actually quite like it just sort of around my ankle area here. That seems to give me the most sort of release through my legs and my hips and lower back. And then settle in for our last little Shavasana here, again with elevated legs. Lift the buttocks, just lengthen the lower back there, lift the head, elongate the neck. For our last pose here, again, if the hands feel good on the abdomen, let them stay there. If not, you can release them into the Shavasana arms of just allowing them to come to the side, palms facing the ceiling. Again, get that width across the chest. Roll the shoulders back and down a little bit away from the ears. And just let go. Let go through the toes. Let go through the soles of the feet. Let go through the ankles. And let go through the calves. Calves are so heavy as they rest on the support. Let go through the knees and the thighs and the hips. Bring your attention to your abdomen and let go there. Breathe into that area and soften, soften, release in the core there of your being. Release through the arms, elbows, hands, fingertips. Release through the neck, the jaw, lower face, cheekbones, eyebrows, temples, even the scalp. Release every little muscle in your entire body. All tension draining away, leaving you refreshed and energized, and your legs restored after a busy day. place your hands back onto your abdomen. Bend your knees very gently, very slowly on your support. And slowly roll onto your side, bringing the head up fast and come to a comfortable seated position. I do hope that you enjoyed this practice today and that it helped your legs feel a little bit better. I know that mine feel much better after the practice. Again, if you're enjoying the content here, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment. I would love to see you here more often. But for now, take care and namaste.